Today I'm going to be covering some fails and some faves that I've discovered over the last few months. I'm going to be covering hair care, skin care, a little bit of makeup, and a couple lifestyle items. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you're new to Beyond 50 Skin, welcome. My name is Cindy, and I love to cover skincare, hair care, and a little bit of makeup. Today we're going to kind of go outside my usual video and cover a few lifestyle items that I've really been enjoying lately and like to share with you. Now, always remember, these are just my preferences. If there's something that I talk about that you absolutely love, keep using it. Like I said, these are just preferences and things I like to share with you, just give you a few little tips of something maybe new that you haven't tried. So let's get started. I'm going to start with skincare, and I have been using now for quite a few months, or maybe even almost a year, the Clean Skin Club cloths. I love these towels for cleansing. They are made of recyclable materials. You can either get them in eucalyptus or bamboo. They're fully compostable and recyclable, which I absolutely love. But let me tell you why I love them. I started out using just kind of a regular washcloth and decided that was a little bit too harsh for my sensitive skin. For reference, I have really dry, sensitive skin, and it just tends to get irritated really easily when I use a regular washcloth. And also I was using I love to use white washcloths so I can really tell what I'm getting off. And they were just getting dingier and dingier in the wash. So I moved on to the makeup erasers, which I absolutely enjoyed. They're super soft microfiber towels. Love them. And I also tried one of the sort of knockoff brands, which really just fell apart. So if you're going to do a cloth for cleansing and you want a microfiber cloth, I definitely recommend the makeup eraser. They're high quality, they last really well, but if you get the light colored ones and you wash them a lot, they just kind of get dingy really quickly, I find. The other thing is, because I have sensitive skin, my skin gets really irritated very easily from detergents and bleaches. So when I was trying to bleach my white washcloths or the lighter colored ones, just kind of get them nice and clean so I could tell that I'd gotten all the makeup off, my skin was just not appreciating the fact that I was bleaching them. And no matter how many times I rinsed them, it just sort of got to be more of a chore. So I switched over to the Clean Club cloths, and I was really skeptical at first, but I absolutely love it. So these are an absolute fave for me that I've discovered over this last year, and I repurchase and repurchase and repurchase them. Another skincare item that I've absolutely been loving over the last year are the Dew eye masks. Now, these are reusable eye masks. I've talked about them a ton on my channel, so I'm not going to go into huge detail, but I definitely prefer these over the ones that you can buy and just toss away. I received these in PR, the Zion Murad ones, the retinol ones, and I just don't like the disposable ones as much as I do the reusable ones that I can use with any of the eye serums that I'm using. I'm currently using the fractionated eye concentrate from Nira, and I really enjoy this. This is something I've started using once again, and I can't say this is a fave yet because I haven't used it long enough. The last time I tried it, I think, was in like 2019, and I didn't notice a ton of difference, so I'm retrying it. But one of my absolute faves are the Dew reusable eye masks, and I have a 10% off discount code for you in the description box. So, and everything will be listed in the description box as usual, and all my discount codes. So definitely pop down there and check out all the codes that I have for you and all the links that I have for you. Okay, next up are skincare devices that I've been trying out. I was gifted the Venus Under Eye Rejuvenating Wand. Now this wand is, oh, sorry, I'm having trouble getting it out of the box. Ooh. It is in a very tight box, but it uses ion technology, sonic vibration, and LED and heat therapy to rejuvenate the under eye. Now, I had two problems with this. It started turning my under eye very red, and I don't know which of the modes was causing this, but I just found that it was causing more irritation. You have the red light, then it has, once it touches your skin, there's a sonic vibration, and then there's supposed to be an ionic change, which helps with product penetration. I just found this irritated my under eye more than did any kind of rejuvenation effect. And I also passed this on to a friend, and she also had no benefit from it after 30 days of use. I tried it for 30 days. She tried it for 30 days. I will say their customer service is fantastic. I absolutely enjoyed working with the company. It's by Even Skin. So the company is fabulous, but I just didn't find this to be as effective. I'm going to do a more in-depth review of devices coming up, and I'm going to be including the Nira, which I have now used for 30 days, and I actually have noticed a little bit of a change in the 30 days, but I'm going to go into detail more in a review of skincare devices. But I just wanted to say this was kind of a fail for me, but so far this is more of a fave. All right, next up are some hair care products. Oh my gosh, an absolute fave that I've started using in the last year is the Dry Texture by Kenra. I love using this as a root boost, as a styling product. It just gives my hair a little boost, and it can also be used in place of a dry shampoo. I absolutely love this. I also use the No Drought Dry Shampoo by Lush. So these are two of my absolute hair care faves. And two fails for me that I tried recently are the Pureology Refresh and Go Dry Shampoo. First of all, I don't really feel it does a great job of absorbing the oil. I wash my hair about every 5 days, so I do use dry shampoo or some sort of a product in my hair in between to kind of give myself a little lift during the week. And this definitely was a fail. I don't like the scent. I'm kind of sensitive to scents. And so this didn't really work for me at all. And as you know, I use hair rejuvenation products. I use different serums, and I use my low-level laser light cap. I'll put a video about my hair rejuvenation journey right here. But I also have kind of a little thinning area kind of at my crown, and it's kind of where I have a part. So it's not actually thinning, but it's where my hair parts. And sometimes when it separates, it kind of can look sparse. And that's one reason I use a dry shampoo product to kind of sort of lift up that area and cover it up a little bit. But I wanted to try the new X Fusion hair fibers to see if this would be a great product for sort of making kind of a camouflaging product. And this comes in different colors. I got the gray, and they're little, it's a powder product, very similar to a dry shampoo. But what I found is this clumps a lot. And this is their sprayer that you can use to apply. But once you apply it, it applies quite heavily in areas, and it tends to clump once you sort of try to spread it around. So I didn't find this to be a very helpful product for kind of the in between my shampoos at all, but I thought it might be a little bit camouflaging because it comes in different colors. If you have a different experience with this, or if you have an application technique that doesn't cause the clumping, let me know, because I also found this to be very gritty in my hair. So it kind of felt like by day 2, it just felt very gritty, like I had sand in my hair. So this was definitely a fail for me. All right, on to a bit of mascara. I was really excited to try, both of these were recommended by Kat over at Cat's Eye Beauty, and the Lancome was a definite fail for me. I've been switching over to black mascara now that I've gone gray, and I don't know if you can see it, but the application wand is super spiky and sharp. I just couldn't tolerate it. It would just poke my eyes every time, and I couldn't get that sort of beautiful, sort of defined look with the mascara. So this was a definite fail for me. Too clumping, and the spikes on the wand were just painful, outright painful, and made my eyes water. All right, the one that I do love is the CoverGirl Professional Remarkable Mascara. This is amazing. It goes on beautifully, super drugstore friendly, nice fluffy brush, and I absolutely love this new mascara. Thank you, Kat, for recommending this. This, along with my Maybelline and my Benefit mascara, is definitely among my top 3 faves for mascara finds. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Now, I always like to use a lip SPF, a dedicated lip SPF, and this was a complete fail for me. This is the Color Science Lip Shine. A lot of people love this, but I absolutely hate it. It's sticky. It has a terrible taste. It feels clumpy. It doesn't last, and I just find this a really difficult product to use. I don't actually find the colors that they have to offer very flattering. This, I don't even remember the name of this color, but it's kind of like a rose color, and I just found I wasn't using this. It has a very strange smell, ended up not using it. So this is a definite fail, but my favorite, which is actually down in my purse right now, and I'll put a picture of it up here, is the Vanicream Lip SPF. I really like that. I keep it in my purse all the time. My husband uses it. There's no color, so I do use a lip product with it if I want a little bit of color, but that is my holy grail SPF for lips, and they're both SPF 35. So for a dedicated lip SPF, Vanicream Lip is my absolute fave. On to some skincare essences. I've been trying 3 hydrating essences lately, and I have 2 fails and an absolute fave. If you watched my recent JK Beauty Get Ready With Me video, you know that I've been loving the Real Ferment Micro Mist by Neogen. This is a one and done skincare product. It has soothers, hydrators, antioxidants, all in one skincare product, even has L-ascorbic acid, green tea. It's an absolutely lovely product. And like I said, it's a skincare one and done. It's a little bit more expensive, about $10 more expensive than the Hada Labo Premium, which is basically sodium hyaluronate, and it's not a whole lot more. And I find this just sits on top of my skin, never really sinks in, never really hydrates, even if I put a moisturizer over it. So I ended up using this as a body product, but I really didn't find this at all hydrating. Another one that I've been trying is the Advanced Snail 96 by Cosrx Mucin. And snail mucin is also an antioxidant, and they also have sodium hyaluronate in this, but I just didn't find this ever really sunk into my skin or made it moisturizing. I know other people absolutely love this, so if you love it, keep using it. But for my personal preference, this is much more of a fave than either of those other hydrating products for a hydrating essence in the morning. Next up, one of my favorite topics, sunscreens. I have two fails and a fave for you. I recently did a sunscreen review video where I talked about the beauty of Joseon. Absolutely love this sunscreen. It sits beautifully under foundation, super hydrating, and unfortunately had a couple fails recently. The Australian Gold is a little bit too mattifying and drying for my already dry skin. Even in the light, I purchased a darker shade, which really didn't match my skin tone, but even if I'd gotten a lighter shade, I did try it out, and it's just too drying for my skin. I know it's a holy grail for some people, especially if you have oily skin. So if you have oily skin, definitely try this out. I think you're really going to enjoy it. But for me personally, my dry skin, it was just too mattifying and drying. Another one that was a fail for me, some people absolutely love, and I actually really love the texture. I love the way it sat under foundation. It wasn't quite as moisturizing as the Beauty of Joseon, but this is a really gorgeous sunscreen with advanced filters. But for me personally, it caused sort of a slight irritation to my skin. I tried it 3 different times and it irritated my skin every time. So like I said, a fail for me personally, but this has been, the Can Make Mermaid sunscreen has been raved about in lots of reviews and is a great sunscreen, just not for me personally. Okay, on to some lifestyle recommendations. I have a fail and a fave of a couple books that I've been reading. And also in the snack department, I actually don't have any fails. I just have 2 faves. So as far as books, I have been watching the Outlander series, reading the Outlander series since the early 90s, and also watching the TV show, and adore every one of the books in the series by Diana Gabaldon. Also have read her Lord John Grey series. Love her writing, but the latest, Go Tell the Bees That I've Come Home, or something about bees. Actually, so disappointed. I can't remember the title, but the latest in the series was an absolute disappointment. If you're a fan of the series, I really want to hear what you think about the latest book. Was it up to your expectation? We waited, I don't know, 6 or 7 years for the next in the series, and I was so disappointed. Anyway, definitely if you're an Outlander fan, leave me a comment down below. I'm dying to hear what you think about the latest in her book series. And a fave that I found out while walking the other day, it was in one of the little book nook things in your neighborhood that you can do like a book exchange. Anyway, I pulled it out. It was really good. It was just kind of a spontaneous find, and it's called The Lost Apothecary. If you like historical fiction, I think you'll really like that. You can get it on Amazon. I think it's on sale right now. It was really a great story. It kind of goes between present day and the 1800s about an apothecary and a murder, and I won't go too much into it. I don't want to spoil it for you, but if you like a good read and you like a murder mystery and you like historical fiction, I think you'll really enjoy it. I don't have it to show you because I passed it on to my dad who likes a good mystery, so I'll pop a picture of it up here. And the author is Sarah, and her last name begins with P. I'm sorry, I can't remember it, but I'll also put that up here. But it's her debut writing and her first book and first publication, and it's really good. It took a few chapters to kind of get into it, but once I got into it, I really enjoyed it, and it got a 4.3 out of 5 stars on Amazon. So if you like historical fiction, I think you'll really like The Lost Apothecary. And like I said, last but not least, a couple snack favorites. I don't have any fails for snacks, but I found recently, and maybe many of you know about these, but the hippies, if you're a fan of Cheetos or cheese puffs, you're gonna love these. These are vegan and much healthier for you. And I just could not get over what they're calling the hippies, and they're made out of chickpeas or garbanzo beans, and I absolutely love them. They're just delicious, and maybe not super, super healthy, but my husband and I split the entire bag like in one sitting while we were watching TV. And anyway, they're great. They're a great alternative to the Cheetos, or if you like cheese puffs, a little healthier variety. And also, I found a new seeded cracker that I love. It's called Top Seeds with a Z. I'll pop a picture. I gobbled them up so fast that I don't have any more to show you. But anyway, those are two snacks that I've been really enjoying. I hope you enjoyed today's fails and faves. And if you have some favorites that you'd like to share below or some fails, please leave a comment. Always like to hear what you guys have to recommend. And everything will be listed in the comment or the description down below. As always, all the products, or you can also just click the one click to my website and watch this video if you want to kind of peruse it again. And all the links will be down below in there too. So thanks so much for joining me and wishing you all a skintastic day. Take good care. Bye.